use antiderivative. You ask yourself, what type of function, if I differentiate, I will get this form? What type of function, if I differentiate, I will get this form? Can you think of it? Hey, don't look at me only, think. To you, if I want to get this form of the differentiation, the function must be of what, how should the function look like? So in my mind, I have this in my mind. You should have this in your mind. That if y equal to a fx to the power of n, if I differentiate this, how you go? Am I right? Am I right? So if I compare this with this, then you tell me, what is my original function? How should I create a y for this case? So that I can have something like that when I differentiate it. So how should my y be? That means now you imagine here. Here is the result of this one is half. Am I right? So what should the n be? It should be 3/2, right? So you see, a lot of things you don't need me as a teacher to teach you. At this age, you should know how to think. If you understand, what do you mean by antiderivative? Correct? Okay, so now I create like that. I say my y is 1 minus x squared to the power of 3/2. I create like that. Am I right? So this is my first step. I got my fx function. So after that, what should I do? If you want to talk about antiderivative, hello, then move. Second step, what must you do? Every time people give you a function, now you are smarter. You create your own function. Am I right? So isn't it you are smarter than those who just use the function given by people? Now you're smarter. You can. If people want me to solve this problem, I create my initial one, then I can solve the problem. Okay, so now second step, what will you do? You find the dy dx. Am I right? So second step, you find the dy dx. So you follow 3/2, 1 minus x squared to the power of half, then times by negative 2x. Am I right? So now I have negative 3x times 1 minus x squared to the power of half means square root. So third step, concept of antiderivative, right? So what will I write? I will say, therefore, that means you come to a conclusion, therefore. So you see, mathematics is very simple. The word therefore, you can just use 3 dots. Therefore, if I integrate this, what will I get? What is the result? I should have this. Am I right? But my original problem, is there a negative 3 there? No. So what is the meaning of negative 3? Is negative 3 times. So automatically, I will write is equal to negative 1/3 of this plus C. Am I right? So you can create. So it depends on your previous knowledge. So that's why I say those want to be an engineer, you have to be very creative. You don't wait for people to give you. Are you okay? So these are the things. Any question on that? No. Okay. So now I give you another one. You think how to deal with it. I want you to. You are required to. No, I want you to. You are required to integrate this. Okay. So you have to think of what sort of function when I differentiate, I will get this shape. Oh, you just stare there, you think you can or it's written down here. You see? Oh, shit. So what I need to do is, I need to know this. Okay. If I have y equal to ln fx, if I differentiate this, I got fraction, correct? And the fx I put down there, am I right? And the f prime x I put up here, am I right? So this is what you know. So first step, create the original function first. So first step. So what is the y that you're supposed to create? Y equal to what? Ln what? What is the fx? Tell me, what is the fx? What should I write down here? The top or the bottom? Clever, you see? So I'm cleverer because I can make people clever. No, just joking, okay? I can't. Hard work comes from you. So second step, what will I do? Yeah, dy dx. You see, you become part of you already, become part of your blood already. So 1 minus 3x. Salah. Terlampau cepat. Otak terlampau cepat daripada tangan. X cubed. Then here is negative 3x squared. Possible. You think faster than you write. Okay. So now, next step, third step, what do I do? I integrate negative 3x squared over 1 minus x cubed. What do I get? Ln 1 minus x cubed. Am I right? So, sekarang saya kena main. Play around with it. So, I look at my question. Is there a negative 3? Do I need to multiply my negative 3? No. Okay, so I write down x squared minus 1 over x cubed dx. The integral is negative 1/3 ln 1 minus x cubed. All right? Is that what the question wants? No. I have to times 2. You respond there because there's a 2 here. See or not? Go look back at the problem now. Every time, at first you don't look at you look at the problem for important thing. So you know what are the steps to do, you follow the step. So after that, you go back to the problem again. So the whole thing I times 2, correct? So I will have integrate 2 times of x squared divided by 1 minus x cubed dx will be negative 2 over 3 ln 1 minus x cubed plus c. So you can do, correct? Okay. So last time in the old syllabus, they have such thing as called substitution method. So now I'm going to show you the substitution method. So how you work? Let's see how you work. Huh? Okay, when we say substitution method, it works in this way. Look here. First of all, you have to know your u, what to substitute. So if you look at the question, we will substitute this one. Are you clear? For this case, I will look for the higher power to substitute. So I let u be 1 minus x cubed. I won't choose a lower power. I will choose a higher power. And I will choose all that I need to do simple rule only. Paham? Chain rule all the one. So now if I substitute in, whatever I can substitute, I substitute. Whatever I can't, I just write it down. So now I have no right to integrate. Why? Because it involves different variable. So now I have to think of how to substitute dx with du. So what do you think? If I want to substitute dx with du, what should I do? I have to differentiate du with respect to dx, correct? So I have to find du over dx. That is negative 3x squared. Right? So now how to substitute dx with du? If you look at it, if I say my du over negative 3x squared is equal to dx, can or not? Okay, so now if you look at here, am I right? Am I right? Okay, so then what next? So I got 2 over negative 2 over 3 integrate 1 over u du. Now can I find the integral of this one? Yes. So now I substitute back my u with the x. So do I get the same as this one? Which one is with understanding? The one on the left or the one on the right? Definitely the one on the left. Am I right? The one on the left is more creative or the one on the right is more creative? Left. So now whenever you do maths, you have to think. You want to learn a method that can enhance your creativity, or you want to learn a method that just show me the method. And I don't know why I have to do that. Am I supposed to write down f prime x? So, okay, what will you write down there? You can write down 2x. If you don't want, you can write down 4x. You can write down 5x, 6x, 7x, up to you. As long as there is an x there. Am I right? So if I put here x to the power of 4, so what should I write down here? X to the power of 3. Am I right? The coefficient is not important. After that, you can play around with it. So do you see? So now you become smarter. You know how to create a question. So you don't stay at the level of, just do the question. You should push yourself to the level that you are able to set the question. So exam you sure can do. Why? Because you are on par with your teacher. Do you get me? Okay, so now you start to do this one. So you're on par with your teacher. On par means you're same level as your teacher already. Yes. But you cannot be my friend. You cannot tap on my shoulder. No. Because I'm more than your friend. What your friend do, I can do. What your friend cannot do, I can do. I can guide you. Yeah? You see? That's why don't always say that your teacher is not your friend. Your teacher is more than your friend. What your friend can do, I can do. I can play with you. Huh. You haven't seen how I... Y equal to e to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 4. So dy dx will be equal to e to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 4 times by 4x cubed. So therefore, integrate 4x cubed e to the power of 4 plus x cubed dx will be equal to e to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 4. Oh, here is to the power of 4. So therefore, integrate x cubed e to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 4 dx will be, I have to divide by 4, correct? I don't want the 4 to be here. So it will be 1/4 e to the power of 4 plus x to the power of 4 plus c. It's much easier than using substitution method. See or not? Okay, good. So any other question? No. Now I enter chapter 5. Saya masuk chapter 5. You go back, you look through it. You go back, you look through it 10 times. It will sink into, yes? Any? Where? Which part? No, if I put here x to the power of 3, when I differentiate, I will get x squared. You won't have x cubed there. So that is the reason. I base on here. I see this relationship. You see or not? I see this relationship. So they will they won't. If they say it like that, it means you have to learn another method. Maybe specialist maths they will ask. That is differentiate or integrate by parts. I should have looked. Okay. So the one you have to the one. Okay. I can. Integrates by part. Integrates by part. Okay, I know all the method is just that too long didn't use the method. Integrate by parts, there is a few steps. You must know what to do first, what to think from what angle, and so on. So maths is like that. The moment you didn't get in touch for a long time, right? You cannot do it. Yeah. Okay. Got it? Okay. So now this will be, I'm entering chapter 5. Huh? Okay, listen here. This question will be asked in your S83 and the mark given will be only 1 mark for one part. So, and there will be 2 parts. So you will get free 2 marks. Okay, the question go like that. Evaluate. Number 1. And 1 mark. So, I hear some sound. So, if 1 mark question, what should I do as a student? Sekarang saya tengok ni. Tengok. Bagus seorang. Bagus 2 orang baru buka. You see? You see? You don't need me to tell you. Hello, those online, you know, evaluate, what must you do? Take out your graphic calculator and start to do. Still remember how to get the answer? Still remember, go to your GC, go to math. So who can get below 2 marks? I tell you, for this coming test, apa yang saya akan buat? You tengoklah, you tunggulah. Yeah, so this one must be on top. It doesn't come with the order is the substitute the top minus substitute the bottom. So you must go by that order. So what do you get? Negative 121.68. So approximately 3 significant figure 1 to 2. So if you is the final answer, all the final answer round up to 3 significant figure. Round up to 3 significant figure. Okay. Okay. So I'm entering chapter 5A. So I'm going to set a question you should be able to do. So when you have a limit like that, we call it definite integral. Definite, that means you substitute, you get a final value. Are you okay? Okay. So this particular question, you definitely know how to do because now you are very smart at it. Okay, first, given y equal to fx equal to 6 over 1 plus x. Okay, first part, sketch the graph of y equal to fx for x greater than or equal to 1 but less than or equal to 8. B, on the graph in A, shade the area that represents this. Okay. C, find the exact area in B. You only have 10 minutes to do. Okay, so everyone should know how to do. You key in the function, you go to window, set the domain, x minimum 1, x maximum 8. You go to zoom, fit. So if you want to see the x and the y axis, go back to Windows, set x minimum to 0, y minimum to 0. Then go back to graph. So you will get a graph like that. Okay, start from 1, you go down like that. So when x equal to 1, if you do a simple calculation, this will be 6 over 2, that is 3. When x equal to 8, y is 6 over 9, that is 2 over 3. Am I right? Okay, so I done with part 1. So 2 marks. Then I go to part B. Part B, so I have to get my answer in that. So you see the limit is from 2 to 5. So I mark down the 2 here and the 5 here. Okay, so that is a representation. All right. So if I ask you to interpret, you should know you have to write in words, correct? Still remember how to write in words? This is not part of this question. This is extra. Is area bounded by the curve y equal to 6 over 1 plus x, straight lines, x equal to 2, x equal to 5, and x-axis. So this is an interpretation of this definite integral. Okay, part C. This one you can use the rule because the bottom is linear. All right. So 2 to 5. So you put the square bracket. 6 ln 1 plus x, close, 2 to 5. And when we learn fundamental theorem of calculus, correct? The top minus the bottom, am I right? So 6 ln 6. Take away 6 ln 3. So 6 can be factorized out. Ln 6 minus ln 3 can combine to become a single ln. Lupa, so this is 6 ln 2. Got it? Okay. So you should be able to do exercise 5A. I told you already, by next week, I'll finish all the chapter 5. Yeah. I go Kong Hee Fat Choi. You study, okay? Then after that, one week come back, we revise, then we have our test. You want to Gong Yu Fat Choi the whole week, your mark also Gong Yu Fat Choi lah. It's okay one.